Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Selena Belisle, the founder and one of the instructors here at CE Institute, where we usually provide paid CE certificate training for the massage, body worker, and spa professionals. But today, we want to tell you something that's really important, an update from the CDC, because we want to keep therapists and practitioners safe during this time of COVID-19. So let's review what the CDC came out with last year. This is an update from the Centers of Disease Control on May 7th, 2021. It's something that we've known and been telling you about for a while, but I just saw this update on their website today and thought it was worth sharing. And that is that COVID is aerosoled. It's not simply transmitted through droplets and person-to-person contact. You could be working on massaging a client, providing a facial, whatever your service is in a small treatment room. And after the client leaves, if you take your mask off while you're changing over the sheets and sanitizing the room and stuff like that, you're really exposing yourself to acquiring COVID, despite wearing masks the entire time during your treatment service. The reason why is the virus is aerosoled. That's something that it's not just respiratory droplets. It's something that they're saying now, if you look here, it says inhalation of very fine respiratory droplets, and more important, these aerosoled particles. So the aerosol is like a fine mist. But what's really important to know about these, down here, they say the smallest very fine droplets and aerosol, the mist that occurs with the exhalation of the virus, it can remain suspended in the air for minutes to hours. So if you have a client in your treatment room, that's great. You wore your mask the entire time. It was a K95 mask, even better. That is going to help filter a lot of the contaminants in the air so you don't acquire these. But the second you take off something like a K95 and you breathe in that aerosol virus that can linger in the air for hours, you are now exposing yourself to COVID-19 unreasonably, especially if you just did a whole service and sweated through a mask. Now, some people use those flimsy little blue masks. That's really to protect others and not yourself. Those little blue masks are not conformed to your face very well. They are not, they don't filter as well as something like a KN95 mask will filter. And KN95 masks are easily available on Amazon and other retailers these days. Now, if you want to provide further protection with your air quality, we did write an article with the Massage Magazine. It was published October 7th, 2020. We knew that this virus was aerosoled 2 years ago in 2020, which is why we wrote this. We're going to give you 3 additional tips on how to improve the air quality in your room. In addition to asking you, please do not remove like your KN95 mask in between clients if a client has been in the room, if any individual's been in the room right before you or within the past couple hours, because if they were positive for the virus, they could have aerosoled and left mist of virus all over in the air, and that's going to infect you. One of the things that you want to do in air quality is you want to improve your air ventilation. All of this information is on at massagemag.com. And if you type in their search air quality in the massage room, this article should come up. To improve air ventilation, it's very simple. Open up the door to your treatment room, as long as you can still provide reasonable privacy to your client and it's not terribly loud. And if you're in a climate where you can open the window and you have a window in there, even better. The more air exchange you can get into the treatment room, where you're not just in the same contaminated air, the safer it is for both you and your client. Because remember, you could be infected and transmitting as well. With this air ventilation, another thing that you want to do is, if you can add air filtration to the ventilation process, even better. The filtration, you can purchase a HEPA filter. And if you can get UVC germicidal, even better. That actually, UVC germicidal is known to kill coronaviruses. There's actually a study here from Columbia University. This was done prior to COVID-19, but they found that far UVC light safely kills airborne coronaviruses. And COVID-19 is part of the coronavirus family. So what I'd like you to do with your HEPA filter is place this behind, first of all, in your treatment room. When you open the door or window, you want to put the massage table where the client's head is closest to the open door or window, so any exhaled contaminant has a chance to escape out of the room and not stay aerosoled and trapped into the room with you. Also, with your HEPA filter, you can put that behind you and blow the air past you, or put it in front of the client's airway and blow the air past the client's airway out the door or window. That's going to give you great, almost like a decontamination of your air, to be able to allow the air to escape your treatment room by blowing it physically out of the room and opening up things like doors and windows to the treatment room to allow better ventilation. Keep in mind, filtering the air can include HVAC. So if you have like one of those central units, just make sure that you're using filters that have the highest available filtration possible. I know that filters, they can range from like $3 to almost $30. The $30 filters that filter a greater amount of viral particle, bacteria, mold, spores, and so forth, those are usually worth the extra finances to pay for them. And if you have a window air conditioning unit, open up the air vent, frequently clean the unit. Make sure you're wearing your mask when you clean these and change the air filters and so forth. Filtering the air, there's many ways you can do this depending on what's available at your establishment, and it's an extremely important process to prevent acquisition or transmission of COVID-19. Last thing that I can recommend for you for keeping the air quality at its best in the treatment room is just to simply avoid the client's airway. We no longer recommend providing facial massage or supine neck massage or even supine arm massage during COVID-19. And we're recommending what we call pandemic-friendly services by practicing things like foot reflexology in the pronated position at the opposite end of the table, away from the client's airway. So the client's airway will be next to an opening, and you have air blowing past their airway to blow anything they're exhaling out of the treatment room, and you'll be sitting on the other side, hopefully where the air quality is a little bit more pure. So we have this on Massage Magazine, massagemag.com, air quality in the massage session room. Also, if you go to our YouTube channel, right down at the bottom, there's something called Massage Bodyworker Spa and Salon Safety Tips. And that is an hour and 13-minute video that explains more about how to improve your air quality, and it gives you several other safety tips to practice as a massage therapist, body worker, cosmetologist, or spa practitioner to help prevent the acquisition and transmission of COVID-19. So we hope this helps and keeps everybody a little bit safer. And please come back to us and see us for more training. We usually are in pre-recorded or live in person or live interactive webinars. Our website is ceinstitute.com. And until we see you in another training, be safe.